17 years ago, I started the OptaPlanner project. Today, we've built a company around it to continue it as Timefold. Timefold is twice as fast as OptaPlanner, it's lighter, and it's very easy to migrate from OptaPlanner to Timefold. Let's see if I can do it in less than a minute. I've checked out both OptaPlanner Quick Starts and the Timefold Quick Starts. And I've built both of these, as you can see. And you can see that the Timefold build is actually already a bit faster. And what I'm now going to do is I'm going to run both of these. So first, I'm going to run the hello world of OptaPlanner. So java -jar target hello world run. And this will run for about 5 seconds. And we will be able to compare the score calculation speed between those two runs. So here you see it's run for a little over 5 seconds, actually 1 millisecond longer, and it has a calculation speed of 64,000. If you now do the same thing for Timefold, this is exactly the same example, right? With the same requirements. This again will run for 5 seconds, and so the score calculation speed is the number of solutions that the solver can evaluate per second. What we see here is that with Timefold, again in 5 seconds, 5,000 milliseconds, we see that the score calculation speed is now 129,000. That means it's more than twice as fast for this particular example than OptaPlanner. You can also see it in the score. While OptaPlanner had a score of 10 softs, which are positive, Timefold actually had in the same amount of time a slightly better score of one soft point more. Now it does depend on your use case. For example, in the vehicle routing problem, we see a speed improvement of 240%. While in other cases, such as nurse rostering, we only see a 60% improvement. So your mileage may vary, but you will always see a speed improvement with Timefold. When you're deploying code into the cloud, size does matter. So let's take a look at the dependency tree of both the OptaPlanner Hello World and the Timefold Hello World. So on the left, we have the OptaPlanner Hello World. Here we go. And as you can see, the number of dependencies are quite large, right? And then if we look at the Timefold Hello World, we can ask the dependency tree again, and you'll see that this is a shorter list. It's a much shorter list, actually. Right. If we compare the distribution size of the Hello World for OptaPlanner and for Timefold, which do the exact same thing, the one in Timefold is half the size of the one in OptaPlanner. Let me show you how easy it is to upgrade from OptaPlanner to Timefold. I'm going to take an example from OptaPlanner Quick Starts and upgrade it to Timefold. Start a counter. First, I go to the Timefold website and I go to the fork message. And in the fork message at the bottom, I can find a command to upgrade all of my code from OptaPlanner to Timefold. Now, there's a Maven command, and I'll copy this one. But there's also a Gradle command if you prefer to use that instead. Now, I go to my example. This is the Hello World example from OptaPlanner Quick Starts. I paste that command, I run it, and you can see on the top, I've actually have a file open there, and that's using org.optaplanner imports. And after this recipe has run, it will actually change those from org.optaplanner.ai.timefold.solver. If I now actually click on this file, you'll see this change has happened, as you can see here. Now, let's actually check if that actually compiles and runs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call maven clean install. This will compile the code and also run the tests of the code. It just compiled it, and all of the tests are running right now. Let's see what that results into. And you can see it runs, the build succeeds. Now, let's actually run it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call java -jar target hello world run, just like we did before. And this will take 5 seconds, and then we will see how fast it is, right? So you can see the result here. You can also see that the score calculation speed is 125,000. Stop the timer. It's faster. That's how you know it's Timefold and not OptaPlanner. If you want to learn more about planning optimization, go to timefold.ai and subscribe to this channel.